Yo, what's going on YouTube? Like a boss back here with another Fortnite video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Today, guys, we're back on episode 2 of 5 tips to guaranteeing your first win. So, this tip we're going to talk about building and editing. So, this clip, as you can see here, I've spawned in the middle of nowhere. I'm just chopping down some trees. This is what you boys need to do to start off with, just to practice your building. Practicing your building, you're always better off using it under pressure to see how you react. That's something that I'm still trying to work with. But what I've done and what I continually do, like, so say for example, I play a game and I get outbuilt by a guy. I then jump in the next game, go somewhere quiet like I have here. And what I do, I just practice what I should have done previously. So I get quite lucky here. As you can see, there's a llama on the screen. So I go and get that in the moment and loot that up. So yeah, what you need to do is find out what you're struggling with your building. Obviously, you've got your ramping, you've got your floors, and you've got your walls. I would personally say ramp and floors are the most important things to get an high ground. Walls are good for blocking shots, and I'll give you examples of how I use walls in a moment. This is from my personal experience. So here I've just practiced ramping up, as you can see. So I'm struggling with taking high ground in fights, and high ground is something that you need to get when winning fights, especially shotgun fights. So I'm just practicing here, taking high ground, double ramping out of a base. So if we go back here, let's have a look and see what we're doing. So I say for example, you're blocked in the base here now. This is what I'm trying to do. So if you're blocked in the base, this is the ramp that someone built over the top of me. So someone's actually looked over the top of you. This is what I personally do to get myself out. So I build a little door. I ramp out, and then I put a ramp over my head. So then I've got protection. Normally they'll spam that ramp, but don't panic. Do not panic when they do that. Then what I do, I'm doing it in slow for you guys to see. So then I ramp up here, I put another wall, so then I've got that layer of protection if they're running up that ramp behind me. I then put a floor, and then I shoot over the top. So that's one way. If you're sort of cornered out, if you're boxed in, a good way of getting out. You don't need to necessarily go that high. However, I just wanted to show you guys, sort of different ways you could possibly get out. Editing, boys, is another key way of getting out as well. You need to just practice with that. Find out. I'm not going to go for every single edit because it's pointless me doing that. What you boys need to do is figure out for yourselves all the different editing strategies. So all the different things you need to work on with regards to editing. Editing is not something I'm great with at the moment. I'm still trying to work on it. However, there are different things. You can go to a quiet area in the map like I have here just to practice your editing, basically. So we're going to skip this clip a little bit. I want to go on to when you get into a gunfight and what your instant reaction should be. So let's fast forward this a little bit. I believe it's somewhere around here. So this is still the same gameplay. It's just I run off. I don't camp at all. I always make sure I go to the eye spot. So let's just play this up here. So I see a bush. My instant reaction is to build a ramp in the wall for that layer of protection. This guy had Death Blade. He could have gone down behind here for a bit of protection, but instead he came over the top and he panicked there, and then it was an easy kill for me. I want to talk about shotgun fights as well and what you should be doing with that, boys. With peeking and shooting. So in here, this clip, I use shots. So I ramp up over, get eyes on this guy, take a few shots at him, try and hit him down low, and this is what I try and do. So he shoots at me, I instantaneously ramp and wall, so to block his shots. Again, he's peeking, I ramp. So you constantly need to make sure, if he's going to peek the corner, not to shoot, but to put a ramp or wall to block his shot, and then you peek over the top of that. Because when you shoot a shotgun, you can't... I'll show you again. So when you shoot a shotgun, there's like a pump action. So when he's doing that pump action, that's your chance to shoot him. So you see, he was sort of panicking. I think he was a bit low. So yeah, that was quite an easy kill. And this next clip is it's all in the same gameplay. This next clip is quite interesting. I actually get to use what I practiced on at the beginning of the game, so I'll show you that now. Kill took my time. It's against I spot this base up here. I don't have a clue what this guy's doing. What? So I'm literally just spamming it. For some reason I'm not damaging his walls, but let's just carry on watching the clip, boys. And then I hear footsteps above me. There's a John Wick peeks over the top. So I build up over the top of him here. I box myself in. I do panic a little bit here. Because my ramp isn't going down for some reason. So then I build up over. Here I should have gone up another layer. But I box myself in. On accident. So as you can hear, I sound quite frustrated. Now this is the tactic that we was practicing. So I build up over, ramp. And there we are. I come up behind him. He hits me for a couple of shots and I headshot him. So let's slow that down a little bit and... So here is I balls up a little bit, I box myself in to deflect any shots. So as you can see, that ramp that I just built, so the way I built the double ramp, he could not shoot me in the back. Yeah, see, he could have easily shot me in the back if I just ramped up. However, I deflected that, put that wall up, and then just one tapped him over the top. So that was something that we practiced earlier on in this game, and it actually paid up really well because we managed to use it. It feels great when you actually practice something and you use it because you feel like it's worth practicing. Everything in this game is worth practicing when it comes down to building. So, you know what I mean, don't be scared. If you die in a game, to go in a private server, or just to go into the next server, not a private server, but just to go into the next server, somewhere quiet in the map, and practice what you died from, because, you know, I mean, practice makes perfect at the end of the day, boys. So, I'm going to move on to the next clip now, and again, we're just practicing building and editing in this one as well, because I can't remember I died in the previous game, but I died doing something. So this next clip, boys, you're going to see me practicing building again and explain a little bit more of why you should build when taking fights. And then what we'll do, we'll play the full gameplay through. It's all of the same game. I'm just going to edit it down a little bit to make this video a little bit shorter. But I just want you guys to see like when I actually build, when taking fights, when I don't build, and different scenarios really throughout the game where... you know, I mean, you should be making most of like your surroundings, so necessarily not building. So I'll play the game playthrough now, boys. So basically, on your way down, just have a quick look around. There's probably, you never know, there might be people doing the same thing. So I can put my sound on. Just get over in this forest, boys. There is some people that do land out here, and this is the way they play their game. We won't be playing the game like this, though. This is just purely for learning to build. This is just so you can get used to your keybinds. Just chop some trees down, 5 or 6 trees. If you can, try and get about 2, because your wood does burn really quick. Try and get like 2 or 3 wood if you can. There was a guy actually landing over there. So, what I done was, when I first started, I was, like I said, just jumping in games, didn't have a clue how the building worked, nothing at all. So what you need to do first of all is just learn the basics. So, say if there's a guy over there shooting at you, your first instinct should be to build a wall and ramp. That should be your first instinct. So you've got cover. That guy, as soon as you do this, his instinct should be to build a wall and ramp as well. If he doesn't, then you know he's not very good. Then you want to cover, your other instinct should be to cover your backside off. So what I do is I just build a little 1x1 here, and then I just tend to peek standing up and crouch when coming down as well, boys. So peek, crouch, because you're quicker. You can quickly move away. If you just peek and come back down like that, you're slower. Do you see what I mean? You're actually slower coming down. So peek up, crouch coming down. There's less chance of them hitting that headshot if you've got the sniper or you taking less damage. If you want to be extra cautious, you can block this off as well. So when you peek and you know for sure. Obviously bearing in mind it could get shot down by this guy, so if you know there are people behind you, then you need to be careful. The second tip then is what I done was, you get a lot of instances on this game where people ramp up over you. So what you need to do now is spend time in learning edits. So basically, like C is my edit button, as I said. I don't know what yours is. That's to build a door. That's the basic one you need to know. That's a window. Like if you want to reset it, you just literally, like say for example you build a window, and then you want to get rid of that window. It's not letting me edit that. Oh, there we are. So you just click C on that for me, and then just right click reset and then C. So then it completely resets it. So yeah, as I was saying, you get a lot of times where people like to ramp rush you. So what I mean by that, you'll have people ramping over here to block you in. So what I do here is I block up there and I block up there. So you sort of turret yourself in, and I also block up there, so I've got an extra layer if you decide to spam through. What I then do is edit the door out. So there's no rushing doing this, boys. Don't go like panic building. Build a ramp over your head, and then you go out with this ramp. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Get here. Ramp. Turn, turn. I haven't got no wood, but then you would ramp. Ramp up there. That's by far the best way. So if you look at that, that's quite, unless he jumps down and shoots your ramps or he spams you, it's going to be difficult for you to take any damage. You need to look at your weaknesses, and don't just blame the game when you die. Like, you know, I mean, blame yourself. You're doing something wrong. There's a reason why you died in every scenario. We can definitely take that. Because I've got a little bit of a long distance weapon then. I'm just going to sort out my inventory. Shotgun, that, and that. Cool. There's a pretty decent loadout in fairness. The only thing we need is I like personally to have 2 shotguns, but always make sure you're farming for wood, boys. We haven't got that far to go. We know we're just behind retail row, and we've got to go to the factory. So I'm going to take a bit of a left here. Like, there's a lot of loot on the floor here for you, so maybe I can get some scraps as well here while I'm here. I'm going to take that. Swap that with that. As I said, I do like to have 2 shotguns. Just my personal preference. It could be... What you need to think about now is your awareness as well. So, because this wasn't in the last zone, we know there could be potentially still people in here. Obviously, there was people here, looking at the damage that's around. Just keep on checking. Obviously, we know there could be people to our south as well. We haven't got far to go to the zone. Another tip as well, when you come into the end late game like this, is don't do what I just done, top the full tree down, because it's very easy to spot that tree coming down. Try and, like, take it so it's got, like, 10% health left, so you don't get the last knock. So we've made it to the zone. We don't... Not using any shots at this stage. So there could still be people behind us, because we are late coming into the zone. We see building up there. I don't think anyone is there. I don't think many people have been around here, because if you look, there's still a crate here. And we've got a big chest down there as well. That's when I get up to full health. Bit of a waste really, but I'd rather have 100 HP. I could have easily kept that. It's your choice. You know what I mean? You could have kept that. But I would prefer to have 100 HP. So this game, we played it really slow. We haven't seen anyone. We've been practicing our building. The best way to practice building, other than what we've just been practicing, so practicing little 1x1s, is actually just getting into fights and doing it that way. So after this one, I will show you another way of doing it. We're not using any shots, which suggests to me people are on tilted sour side things. The blue pump there, I don't really want that. I'm not the best with the pump, if I'm honest. So we know there's people up here because we hear that. And because we haven't got any kills, I'm definitely going towards those. Someone just died in the zone. I'm assuming he might have died down there, actually. So I want to preserve my brick, my wood, and I'm going to build up here with my brick. Because brick, woods, that's just down below me, yeah? I just want to clear up here a sec. See, there he is down there. I don't know if he's just seen me or not. So we've hit this guy super low. He's just got his shotgun out, so we know. If they do this... I could tell he wasn't a good player, you could just tell, like, he pulled out his shotgun. I don't know, you could just tell in that situation that guy wasn't very good. Like, he didn't react at all to getting shot. I just want to see what guns up here, except this boost is terrible. We've got a blue AR there, so... I don't know why my walls are rotating like this. I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable now with the guns I got. Let's check the minis. There's 7 minis, so we're definitely going to take them. There's probably a base, someone in that base. I'm not too worried about them for now, though. I'm actually going to swap this out for the sniper. Because this has got that one-shot capability. I'm actually out of ammo for the sniper, so I'm not going to take the sniper. There could be people behind me as looking at there. that base. We've got a building going on over there. So we're just going to get in the zone here a second. Figure out what's going on. Like, if you look, people are taking this high ground. And I want to get a piece of that action as well, so. We can use shots this side. Can't see anyone though. He's behind this tree, yeah. So when they start shooting that shit, you just box yourself in, right? I think that guy was a mobile player. I would love a sniper rifle, but I'm not going to drop it for that rocket. Like, my goal is, I'm not going to use something that's going to make it easier for me. Like, a lot of people would have panicked there getting shot by that rocket. I didn't panic, I just chilled out. I'm gonna cover up here a second. And just chill and see what's going on. I'm not gonna stand still for a second. I'm not gonna give anyone an easy shot. So I think there's a guy there, or up there. So I'm just trying to find out where everyone is at this stage. That zone is gonna be perfect, like, in an ideal world, you want to be up there. Because it's high ground. He's going to be hard to kill. He's not going to be impossible to kill, but he's going to be hard to kill. So, see the zone coming in now? I'm going to go in with it. I'm going to use line of sight of this tree. So I think that someone's over here. Or in there. And now I'm in. So I'm just going to block myself for a second. And I just want to try and eye the field up a second. See where everyone is. So we see a guy in there. Like, I don't think that guy is very good, if I'm honest. Because if you look at what he's built on, his foundations are not the safest. There's only 4 left. We know where 2 of them are, and there's a guy up on that hill. He's gonna have to come down from there, as you can tell. We're going to see where this rocket goes. Now, with this guy, because he's used that, he's going to be very vulnerable. So I'm going to take my opportunity now and step towards this guy. So we know this last guy's on that hill. There we go, boys. I hope you enjoyed that last game, boys. It was quite a fun gameplay. I know it was a little bit slow starting off because I wanted to show you some building tips that I personally use. I don't build that much unless I really need to. I generally find it's like the fighting battles normally happen between better players, so you might get them like 2 or 3 times in a particular game. Other than that, just make sure you've got your back end covered off when fighting someone, so try and get yourself in a little 1x1. Practice building that really quick, and then the advanced building tips, you just need to practice them as you go along, really, with the ramping up and opening doors and being able to edit on the fly. That's just something that will come with practice. So take this week now and practice that hard. Try and get in as many fights as you can. Don't spawn at the edge of the maps and take no fights. Try and get yourself at least like 5 or 6 kills per game. At this stage, don't worry about winning. Just worry about getting kills. If you're dying at like 10th place but you've got like 8 kills, take that as a positive, boys, definitely. Don't take that as a negative. The next tip we're going to be doing is going to be playing when to be aggressive and when to be passive. That's something that I personally struggled at, especially in this game to start off with, but I feel like over time I've got better at it, so I'll share my tips with you next time on that one, boys. So I hope you enjoy. Give me the thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, boys.